Good morning. This may be a little bit rushed this morning. It is a little bit rushed this morning because the forester's coming out with some people. We're going to go up on the mountain. I'm going to lead them up to a clear cut. I might take the camera. I will take the camera with me, and maybe if the view's nice, you'll see it from up there. But I wanted to keep the class going here. The sound in here, you might have noticed, it's echoing. Well, this has the sound of a room that is being worked on and is not yet furnished. Carpenters are very used to that sound. It's a sweet sound in a way because it means that there's not a lot of stuff in the road. That will get better. Folger Editions of Shakespeare. Okay, I mentioned these yesterday or the day before. Here's King Lear, and you can see Folger. These I think are the best. Here's Hamlet. I think, because here you've got the play, the notes, side by side, the same font, the same size print, and you really need this. Also, before each scene, there's a synopsis of what's going to happen in the scene. I've seen no better. These are inexpensive. If you can get them, I highly recommend them. Okay, now, the neighbor's barn. I continue to work on it, and for about 2 more days I'm going to be showing you things about the neighbor's barn. The last time you looked, it was a pile of wood. Well, timber framing is going to be a leitmotif, if you will, of this course. I'll talk about it a lot, especially in the Tour d'Europe, my whirlwind extensive tour through Europe of last May. In about 2 days, I'm going to start to show you the film footage that I have from that, and almost immediately I'm going to begin with timber framing in Harburg, Germany. Well, I wanted to show you that in the neighbor's barn, as I'm cleaning it up, all the pieces are not alike. And basically in timber framing, you've got sills. Those are the big pieces of wood, logs. It might be this big square that sit on stones. Here would be stones or bricks, just stones on the ground. They don't require a foundation. This would be a post. So there's a sill. Vertical pieces like that are called posts. There's another post. The horizontal pieces, these are called beams. That's a beam. And what's critical in timber framing, absolutely critical, are these. These are the braces. And the braces in the neighbor's barn are very interesting. I'll show you about that, I think, when I'm out there actually looking at them. I'll show you why they're so interesting. If there are not enough braces there, the building will rack, and ultimately it will fall down. The braces are critical. Later I'll tell you more about this. These that go up to hold the purlins, those are called the rafters. And what I am doing is I'm cleaning that up, is I'm getting all these pieces organized together and separating them from the boards. Now a board to a carpenter is a piece of wood that's only 1 inch thick. If it's thicker than 1 inch, then it's a plank. But the boards, they're not that important. I save them, and I'll show you later what I can do with the boards. But the boards are so much of it, I'm taking them away so that what I've got left is the frame. And I think I can find every single piece of that frame. Now where one thing meets another, these are called joints. These are pins, wooden dowels or pins that go through the joint, and any joint has got a mortise, which is a square hole, and a tenon, which is like a tongue that goes into the square hole. Mortise and tenon. I should maybe write that down. Mortise and tenon. Tenon. Furniture, fine furniture, is built the same way as one of these barns. This part that shoots out, I call it an overshot, and although that barn is very small, it has all these components. It has an overshot. I think this is also called a forebay in a bigger barn. This barn is almost completely hand-hewn, and I'll show you this hand-hewn. It is not, or hewed, some people would say. It was not run through a sawmill. It was not sawed, or sawn, some people would say. Now the braces, as I'll show you, they were sawed, and that's one of the things that makes them so interesting. So this part right here is called the overshot. Now, I'm being brief with this, partly because I'm rushed this morning, but I'm going to come back to this. And I rather think that the trades, I had said that in this year I will go through the trades. At this point I'm thinking I'm going to begin with the trade of the timber framer. Because you're going to see it all through the Tour d'Europe. You've already seen timber framing in a neighbor's barn, and by the end of the year or before, I certainly hope to put that back up. A wonderful kind of building, really the best, I think, and it comes all the way from the Middle Ages. But that's not for today. Today I think I've shown you enough that when I film the remains of the barn and stuff, you can better understand what I'm looking at. All right, see you tomorrow.